guys? It is me, Gurgel. I'm here with Sam and Centaur. We're here with another Attack on Titan breakdown. This episode was like not really. It was not exposition heavy. It was very just action, like nice shonen.
Very reminiscent of season 1.
Yeah. Going back to the roots of season 1 episodes. It's the people fighting against the Titans again. That's how it should be, man.
With the music.
Very good music.
The music. Yeah, the music is always on point.
Very nostalgic, I must say.
Very. Yeah, for someone who's, for people who have watched Attack on Titan since the year it came out, what was it, 2014?
Yeah.
It was definitely a throwback.
Anyway, getting into this, we start as every single episode with the flashback to the previous episode. Same thing, Chad Eren announcing what he's going to do. And then we flash to the Liberio, and Gurgen actually mentioned this. The
Talking
people there...
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
the people in Liberio were...
Fucking Spider-Man.
The people in Liberio, they were like, oh, what is that place? So obviously, as Eren said, all the subjects of Ymir were essentially transported into the convergence point, because the convergence is not like it's not like a physical place. More of it's like a collection of consciousnesses.
He basically said they basically all had a vision of being in the convergence spot. That's what I think.
Yeah, and they were all there, and they were all like, they were obviously confused on what was going on. And then I believe we then flash back into the city, and it's just after, I believe, Mikasa and Armin like looking at the rumbling, I think.
Yeah, you get reunited with the other lot. So, you get reunited with Connie and Jean.
Jean, Connie, Mikasa, and all there with Falco
as well.
But I believe before this, we actually meet with Gabby and Reiner. Wait, was this before that? Or was it after?
Yeah, it was. To be fair, so basically, you see Reiner basically torn down. He mentioned, which is a very important detail that will come out later on, that his hardening of his Titan was gone. It became unhardened, I guess. And then Gabby. And then you obviously see Reiner's morale. He's just fucked. He just doesn't want to do anything. He gives up. Yeah. He's like, Eren's won. And then Gabby's like, well, Gabby's still on her protagonist shit. Like, she's like, no, I'll be able to save the world. I'll do this.
She was
on a like reverse Eren shit with like, I'm gonna stop him, I'm gonna save the world, whatever.
Yeah.
What she did was, what I found quite interesting. She tied her hair up in the same way that Sasha ties her hair up, because obviously they're the same color hair, whatever. She tied her hair up in the same way Sasha does. I think that might have just been like, maybe, I guess it could have just been like a little nod to a change of character.
It's a thing for later on as well, when there's a moment, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. So obviously, Ryan has been put to sleep. Fucking Betty buys, this guy's just given up, and
the man goes, "I'm going to bed. The world ends."
Yeah, the world is ending. I'm gonna go sleep. And Gabby goes out in hopes of trying to find Falco, of which then I believe we are then connected with Mikasa, Armin, Jean, and Connie alongside an unconscious and tied up Falco on a roof.
And they are having a debate over what they are going to do with Falco.
Well, before that, Armin sort of says, well, actually, was it Armin or Jean? One of the two said, "Oh, Eren's on our side. He's finally doing who cares if the world dies? Technically, they had it coming and stuff." But I was trying to justify it, and actually, it was Jean, because Armin was like, "Well, this is going too far. It's just pure genocide."
There was still, Connie especially was still skeptical of Eren's allegiances to whoever it may be. Jean, Armin, and Mikasa were all they were pretty in consensus that, Eren was on their side. But, I think it was Connie who was just a bit on the fence about what Eren was doing. But then
Jean was more into it, because he was one that said that. He had that dialogue where he was like, Eren is murdering the world for us, so we're safe. And that's what John was kind of saying. And then you can kind of, Armin is kind of like, but this is too much.
Yeah. He thinks it's too far. But obviously then we move into a conversation of what they they know that Falco had eaten the Jaw Titan, so they know he's a shifter now, and that's why he survived. And basically they were debating on what they should do with him. So Jean, Mikasa, and Armin all said they should feed him to Pixis in order to get Pixis back. But Connie, we've had a conversation about this. Connie bugs out and decides to say, "No, I want to go save my mother," which it's an emotional thing, obviously.
It's not logical.
It's a very illogical decision in the grand scheme of things, but it's emotional.
Then we cut back to we go to Niccolo next after that whole conversation, because Connie leaves with Falco's body.
Yeah. Then I believe, then it goes, and then it cuts to Niccolo.
Well, it goes to the Titans. Actually, they make a focus on why are the Titans still attacking the humans, because they were under the belief that that Eren would have controlled them.
Yeah, no, I think what it was they were like, these are Zeke's Titans, so why is Zeke not controlling them? I think that's what I was saying. It was like one of the only sort of minimal exposition moments in the entire episode, was they were confused as to why Zeke's Titans were no longer following Zeke's orders, which shows that Zeke.
They're about why isn't Eren controlling them? We cut to Yelena.
Yeah, exactly. It was both. So the other lot were thinking, why wasn't Eren controlling them? And then Yelena was like, why isn't Zeke controlling them?
Yeah. But then after, so kind of they were just cowering in the base. It was again a very reminiscent of season 1. But then I believe we cut to Falco, not Falco, sorry.
The Bam and Sasha's dad.
Sasha's dad and the whole crew.
You get to Kaya running away from a Titan. She gets into this weird cage thing.
An alleyway,
Yeah. And then Gabby comes running in with a anti-Titan rifle, shoots off the head, and then Kaya starts, which to give nod to what Gurdon said with the whole hair thing. She
Sasha.
Thinks,
She goes, Sasha, Sasha saved her. It's reminiscent to when Sasha saved her from another Titan that was
But then so she shoots his head off, and they're obviously like, oh, why did you save us or whatever. But then they are sort of, I guess you could say, they're not ambushed, they're just they're seen by some soldiers. And the soldiers are asking Gabby oh, who are you? Aren't you a Marley? Because she had the big gun with her. And basically then what it was the girl, what was her name?
Kaya.
Kaya ends up saying, no, she's with us, she's not a Marley.
And so did the rest of the family. They started defending her.
Yeah, they were the cook guy up again, forgot his fucking name. He was like, no, Nicola was like, no, it was me who shot him.
Yeah, it's my guy.
They ended up protecting her, which is kind of it was a character development point.
Yeah. And then we flash back to the gang. Yeah. And then you see them get to this huge vantage point, and you have a bunch of Titans swarming around.
It's sad. Rest in peace, the boy.
Yeah, and you get to see Pixis as a Titan. The goats.
The music and always but basically what they just use the thunder spears to kill as many of the Titans as they can. Again,
get a montage with nice little music of them just murdering Titans.
Yeah, Mikasa's still cold with it.
Yeah, Mikasa's still popping off with the Titan killing. She hasn't lost her touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of just it was very not exposition heavy. They killed they killed the Titans, and then I believe they're sitting with the Jaegerists, some of the Jaegerists and the volunteers.
Yeah, because they saved Yelena. They saved Yelena from getting eaten. Well, not. I think it was Armin. Was it Armin or Mikasa? One of the two. They saved. Mikasa saved Yelena, and then they're in that tower where Yelena is, and then you see Flock. Flock survives, and obviously he's fucking happy because he's because he's the revival of the Eldian Empire, that shit, that. He's on his weird shit. Power.
He's on his fucking Eren dick riding shit again.
Yeah, and then Yelena's obviously she's on the flip side. She's lost everything. Like,
Yeah, she's devastated
yeah,
that what happened.
Exactly. She's just given up.
Yeah, but it was kind of just then what Flock orders the arrest of all the volunteers.
yeah. And then you flash back to Kaya and Gabby, and like Gabby asks, like, well, actually, I think it was Kaya. Kaya asked first, like, why did you save me? And then Gabby was like, why did you defend me? Like afterwards and stuff. Like,
Yeah, they just kind of just have it's Gabby sort of, it was that character development stuff. They were having a conversation of like, they were like, oh, Gabby was like, no, you're not, you guys aren't devils, I'm the devil, because I was killing people for the gratification of the Marleyans.
yeah,
And then Niccolo says, there's a devil inside all of us. We just have to try and get out of the forest, which is a nod to the metaphor that Sasha's dad made to Niccolo when he was about to kill Gabby in season 4, part 1.
yeah.
Then we flash back to
Also,
yes, it's a lot of jumping around.
Yeah, we just see me. I think this is like right at the end of the episode. We just see Mikasa and Armin, like, they just meet up with Gabby. Like, I think Gabby's like in an underground like lair or something.
Bunker, yeah, they're like a basement somewhere. But yeah, Gabby's like, where's Falco? Chidori is like, please just give him to me so that we'll leave. That's what she was basically like. She's
like, I'm not even trying. Yeah,
actually, yeah, she's
not even.
Up as well.
Yeah, exactly. She wasn't even trying to fight them. She's like, oh, I don't want to fight anymore. I promise. I just want Falco and leave.
But then obviously Mikasa and Armin explain what happened to Falco, to which obviously she's bugged. She's like, where is he going? But then she explains the hardening's been that what Reiner said about his hardening, like all hardening being dropped, and Armin realizes like, oh shit, does that mean?
And then we
cut to Annie.
Annie is out of her like little glass cocoon, and she's awake.
Yeah.
And the episode cuts there. That was it. That was curtains.
I enjoyed the episode. It was like just quite action packed.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nod to the OG season 1 days.
For how banger has been, like how high it's been so far, it's good to like tone down a little, but it's still action based, very action oriented, but tone it down with the whole like massive reveals and stuff. Like it was nice, just very season 1.
Yeah, it was very good. Well, I mean, like I said, not really much in that episode. Yeah, like, subscribe, do whatever.
You're watching, peoples.
Thank you. Very cool.
Peace.